By the end of this video, you'll know how to set up some user parameters in Fusion 360. Hey there, it's Kevin Kennedy and welcome to episode number 17 of Fusion Fridays. In this demo, I'll show you how to build the plastic lid of an aluminum coffee can. Now, this video idea was a request from a subscriber. So if you guys have any ideas or specific things that you would like to see me demo, then please comment them below. However, please note that I will not be able to do all of them. I try to do the ones that have the most viewer interest. To get started, I'll create a new component which will house all of the lid's sketches and bodies. To create a new component, I'll simply select New Component from the Assemble drop-down list. Then, I'll type out Plastic Lid for the name, and I'll make sure that Activate is checked, so the component will be activated right after I click the OK button. Now, what I'm going to do is draw half of the side profile of the lid. Then, I'll use the Revolve tool to make the sketch a three-dimensional object. I'll click Create Sketch in the toolbar, and I'm going to select the front plane or the XZ plane. Next, I'll hit the keyboard shortcut letter L as in Lima to activate the line tool. I'm going to draw the profile shape out and give it some rough dimensions. And then afterward, I'll show you guys how to set up user parameters which will help drive the model. With the line tool active, I'll click the center origin point and I'll move my mouse cursor upwards. Then I'll type out 3 millimeters for the length of the line, followed by the tab key to lock the dimension in place. And finally, I'll click to set the line on this green vertical axis. For the next line, I'm going to go to the right 52 millimeters. I'll type out 52 millimeters and then hit the tab key to lock the dimension in place. And I'll click to set this line at 0 degrees, creating a horizontal line. The next part of the lid is raised up a bit, so I'll type out 2 millimeters for the length, followed by the tab key. And this time, I'm going to type out 70 degrees. I'll make sure to hit the tab key after the degrees, and then I'll click in the upper right-hand area to set the line in place. Next, I'm going to create a line going towards the right. I'll make this line 10 millimeters in length and hit the tab key to lock the dimension in place. Again, I'll click to set this line at 0 degrees, making a horizontal line. Lastly, I'm going to close the profile shape off by creating a line that runs vertically until it reaches the x-axis. And then I'll bring the line back to the original origin point. Now you should see your profile change to have this orange background highlight, which signifies that the profile shape is closed or connected all the way around. Before we start to create user parameters, the last thing I'll need to do is sketch out the notch area where the lid will actually snap into place or touch the aluminum can. I'll hit the keyboard shortcut letter R as in Romeo, which will activate the 2-point rectangle. For the first corner of the rectangle, I'll click anywhere on this line. Then I'm going to make the width 1.5 millimeters. So I'll type out 1.5 millimeters, followed by the tab key, and then 0.5 millimeters for the height, also followed by the tab key, and then I'll click to set the rectangle. Next, I'll add a sketch dimension by activating the Dimension tool from the Sketch drop-down list. I'll click on the right side of the rectangle and the corner point, and I'll add a dimension of 2 millimeters. Lastly, I'll need to trim this bottom line out of the notch. I'll head to the Sketch drop-down list and then select the Trim tool. Now with the Trim tool active, you can hover over the lines to see what the tool will actually trim away. As I hover my mouse cursor around, you'll notice that the lines are turning red, which signifies the part that will be trimmed away. So I'll simply click on the bottom of this notch, and you'll notice that it removed that bottom rectangle line and the horizontal constraint it had with it. However, there is still a line there from the original line that I drew. So with the trim tool still active, I'll click once again to remove that line as well. The last thing I'll do before showing you guys the user parameters is make the thickness of the sketch profile. To do so, I'll use the Offset tool. But first, I want to change some of the lines that we don't need to construction lines. While holding down the Shift key, I'll select the bottom line and then the first line that we created. Then I'll hit the keyboard shortcut letter X as in X-ray to change the lines to construction lines, which will help ensure that we don't select them while using the Offset tool. I'll now hit the keyboard shortcut letter O as in Oscar to activate the Offset Sketch tool. With the Offset tool activated, I'll have to select all of the lines that I want to offset. In this scenario, I want to select the entire sketch profile, and you'll notice Fusion 360 gives us a preview of the offset lines in red. I'm going to make the thickness 0.3 millimeters by typing that out in the Offset dialog box. Then you'll notice that the Offset command gives you the option to flip the offset lines. For this scenario, I want the offset to be on the outside of the existing sketches because I dimensioned the inside of the lid. So I'll click that flip button until the lines are on the outside. Then I'll click the OK button to confirm the results and to close the Offset dialog box. At this point, you'll realize we lost our closed profile shape as we no longer have that orange background highlight. Therefore, we'll need to draw some lines to connect the ends that are open. I'll select the Line tool from the Sketch drop-down list, and I'll zoom in on the lower right-hand corner. Now I'm just going to draw a line from point to point to close this end. Then I'll pan to the upper left area where the profile shape is still open. Again, I'll draw a line from end to close this profile. As we now see, we have successfully done so, signified by the orange background highlight reappearing. I'll now select the Revolve command from the Create drop-down list. Now the Revolve command revolves a 2D sketch profile around a defined axis to make a three-dimensional shape. First, I'll need to select a closed profile shape, so I'll select the one that we just finished. Then, you'll see that I have to choose the axes for the profile to revolve around. I'll simply select the Z origin axis and then click OK in the dialog box. Now the lid looks great, but I want to show you guys how to set up some user parameters so you can change the lid diameter and the internal thickness without having to go back to edit the original sketch. Now for reference purposes, I'm going to double click on this sketch in the timeline to open it up. Then I'll open up the parameters dialog by selecting Change Parameters from the Modify drop-down list. Once open, you'll see that we have a user parameter section, which are parameters that we set up ourselves, and just below that is the model parameters, or the dimensions already outlined in the model. To create a new parameter, I'll click on the plus symbol. For this first one, I'll create a parameter titled Lid Thickness. Then I'll type out 0.3 millimeters for the expression, and I'll click OK. Now, if I toggle open the sketch model parameters, I can select the 0.3 millimeters or that offset thickness that we set in the original sketch. I'll replace this value with the lid thickness name, and you'll see it will come up as a suggested value after I type out the first few letters. Next, I'll create a parameter for the inside width of the notch, which we originally set to 1.5 millimeters. I'll title this parameter Notch Width and make this 1.5 millimeters. I'll then replace the original sketch dimension with a value titled Notch Width. I'll repeat these same steps for the notch height, which was originally 0.5 millimeters. Now, if I click OK to close the parameters, you'll notice in the original sketch that the offset thickness dimension and the other two dimensions I set up parameters for now have the fx in front of the dimension, showing that the dimension has a function or a user parameter applied to it. So if I double click on the dimension, it will show the name of the user parameter that is actually applied to it. The last dimension that would be useful for this model would be the inside radius of the lid. First, I'll delete the 10 millimeter dimension, which will allow me to add a dimension for the entire length without over constraining the sketch. I'll hit the keyboard shortcut letter D as in Delta to activate the dimension tool. Then I'll select this inside of the lid wall and the first point on the left side, and I'll make the width 62 millimeters. Now to set the user parameter for the radius, I'll go back to the Modify dropdown list and select Change Parameters. I'll title this one Lid Radius, and for the expression, I'll type out 62 millimeters. Finally, I'll change the value of the dimension to be Lid Radius. Now, for the sake of time, I'm going to stop adding parameters here. However, you may find it helpful to set a parameter for some of these other lid dimensions. For now, I'll stop the sketch and make sure that the timeline is fully shown. And I'm going to hit the home icon next to the view cube to view this model from the home position. Now that I have parameters set up, if I decided that I want to change the diameter or the entire width of the lid, I can simply change one of the parameters. For example, if I wanted the diameter to be 116 millimeters, I can change the lid radius value to 58 millimeters, and then I can click OK, and you'll notice that the lid is automatically updated. As you can imagine, parameters can be pretty powerful, especially if you need to create something that will be later used in various sizes, whether it be for 3D printing or a series of different CAD models with different requirements. To wrap up this video, the last thing I wanted to point out is that you'll want to make sure that you fully constrain your sketches with constraints before dimensions, which will help ensure that your sketch profiles don't get messed up. Now, for this video, I did part of this wrong on purpose for the sake of learning. And to reinforce this, I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to set the lid radius to 30 millimeters, and I want you to pay attention to what happens to the sketch profile. You'll see that the sketch is all scrunched up and it lost the proper shape. Now, to prohibit this from happening, I'd want to add constraints to the sketch, and I'd probably want to delete any unnecessary dimensions. Now, this would help ensure that the model or this sketch profile would update according to the user parameters without throwing off this entire model. Now, I thought it would be fun to see if you guys, the subscribers, could comment below with any ideas on how you would fix this. Also, if there is enough interest, I may make a part 2 to this video showing you guys a few different possible solutions. So if you're interested in a part 2, then please go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions at all about this tutorial or Fusion 360 questions in general, then be sure to comment them below. Hit that thumbs up icon if you learned something in this video, and click subscribe, followed by that little bell icon to be notified of more Fusion 360 tutorials.